Now he is back in full force. I feel like this is like the welcome home reunion show.
Have you ever wanted to practice your drone flying skills without the price tag that comes with crashing the damn things? Maybe you're just super into games of hide and seek and always get caught first, giving you time to snitch on the enemy's location. Hey, he's going down our right side. He's going down that. Oh, there's two of them. Or maybe you wanted to play a hyper-realistic shooter in the style of police body cams, where you struggle aiming down sights, can barely see through the damn trees, and you enjoy absolutely no competitive stakes. But you're here for the sweet drone show, so let's get on with it.
We just want to sit back and listen to some great music. So stay tuned for more.
I think I have up to about volume 29 or 30, but the problem was they kept discovering new ones.
BodyCam has come swooping in to try and capitalize on the hype around that other BodyCam game in the works. You know, the one they showed off a year ago that got everyone hot and bothered but then disappeared into the ether. Well, BodyCam is basically the same thing, except it's a multiplayer arena shooter, and it's been released into early access. But after playing it over a few nights, I don't really see myself going back. Don't get me wrong, this game looks insane. The lighting, the environments, I mean, just look at how lightning brightens up the entire arena just to fade away. Or how about this red flashing bomb, silhouetting the enemies in the next room? Just like Unrecorded last year, if you'd show me a 5-second clip of some areas in BodyCam, I'd struggle to know its gameplay over real life. And that is an achievement. But this game's biggest strength, its commitment to realism and its aesthetic, it's also its biggest weakness. When this game is hitting, it hits hard, and its stylized combat really hits the mark. When you're tiptoeing around an arena, landing clean shots and putting enemies down, it feels immersive as all hell. The controls, while taking some getting used to, are really well done for the style. But after playing over a few nights, I'm struggling to see why I'd stick with it much further. Now, if it was on the cheaper side, I'd go tell you to buy it, simply to experience it, to understand the nuances and have a good time. But for me, its style is fun, but as soon as the new car smell wears off, once my brain stops saying, ooh, realism, and wants to get competitive and have a consistent gameplay experience, it falls apart. And what are multiplayer games but an opportunity to enjoy competition? Now, this is all early access, allegedly made by two guys, and they have a small roadmap which looks respectable. I could see this game having an audience in the future, but right now, you have 5 maps, a few game modes, and that's it. And I find Deathmatch unplayable. So you have 2 modes if you ask me. Just look at these Deathmatch spawns. Body Bomb and Team Deathmatch work fairly well, and the game's got a solid loop. You go in, if you die early, you can actively participate and help your team by flying around and shouting at the enemy, strobing them with built-in flashlight, or try to call out their location to your team, assuming you don't get gunned down a second time. But that's why I'm here, to give you some drone flying tips, because the combat is too unbalanced for me to give you any constructive insights. Honestly, running and gunning will get you killed 90% of the time because of how movement, aiming, and the game's sound system work against you. I see this game's meta devolving into sitting in corners holding hard sightlines because moving does this to your weapon sight. Sitting still, on the other hand, just works. Tip number 1, Serpentine. Everyone starts around with the same guns, so you know what you're up against. Slow firing rifles will have a hard time nailing you. Assault rifles can probably spray you down pretty quick. The aim is floaty at best. Lining up a shot while you buzz around them is no easy feat. Just stay on your toes and keep agile. Like a bullet hell game. Stopping means death, so just keep going. Duck in and out of cover. I find drive-bys are probably your best bet. Swoop in, being annoying as hell, then fly off and come back around a moment later. Just check this out. Let's fucking go. Oh, fucking clean, isn't it? It's just so fucking clean. One over here. Beep. I went for the flyby. All right, tip number 2, toggle that flash. Turn it on and off. Rebind it if you need to so it doesn't interrupt your flight. Being as annoying as humanly possible, especially on the forest map. There's nothing worse than trying to slowly creep between cover in this dimly lit hole and having a drone also buzzing around lighting up the sky around you. And if they're struggling to shoot you down, you know they're panicking, sweating, knowing that each second and each shot brings them closer to death. Watch this guy right here. Pops in and out of cover like a true rat. This is how you do it. This is how you fly a drone, like you're training to send a cruise missile into a country you can't even pronounce. I was so focused on this guy and just couldn't get him. And then his buddy walks right on in for the kill. Tip number 3, use your push to talk. There aren't enough fucking people using push to talk in this game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's new. I know when you start, the push to talk volume is all the way down. So turn that shit up. Find an enemy, confuse them, harass them. Push to talk is proximity based. Hey, buddy. Hey buddy, can you hear me? Hey. Go to your friends. Tell your friends where the enemies are. God gave you a second life as a little robot, so you better make the most of it. Be that UAV for the team.
North side, buddy. North side. North.
I'm not. This way?
The other way is north.
How the fuck do you know which way north is?
My magnetic doodle.
And finally, tip number 4. This one's for those Tokyo boys, those Tokyo drift boys. Practice those sweet drifts. The more you practice, the smoother your escapes when it starts going down. Or maybe you've had enough of the team, or can't fly around someone for more than a second without dying. Get some practice in. This is your time to shine. Your time to see what this game truly has to offer. A swift drone is a good drone. Honestly, they could build a drone racing sim into this game and I'd be about it. Look, BodyCam isn't a bad game, and prices vary by region, but 50 Aussie dollars for this? 5 maps, some arcadey but ultimately unbalanced and limited tactical combat. I had some great fun in this, but why wouldn't I play a game with smoother controls? I don't feel great killing people here. It doesn't feel like much of an achievement. I feel like I got used to the controls pretty quick, but half the kills I got felt like spray and pray, rather than a precision I'd love to see. If this game felt tight, it would be a masterpiece, but I think the BodyCam aesthetic prevents that in a lot of ways. To have your aim be able to move so far from one side to the other without the entire screen moving, you have to lose something. In this game, it's that feeling of accuracy. That tightness I want in a shooter. The most fun I had in this game was in a 1v1 before my lobby filled up for a team deathmatch. These maps are often a bit too small or too large for the teams in team deathmatch. They're quick, which is good, but this game to me needs a PvE game mode. I think this game would shine with PvE, clearing small arenas like Ready or Not, the SWAT sim, tight, controlled fights with an objective. If you're selling me a BodyCam game, that's what I want. I don't really want mindless arena shooting when the shooting doesn't feel tight. Even smaller team rounds would benefit this. 1v1 felt awesome because the environmental sounds played a key role, and I could check corners knowing I wasn't just about to be shot in the back by somebody who's walked around the map in 30 seconds. When you have 10 people thrust into a small map, you're just all on top of each other too quickly to really appreciate or be able to move through the map methodically. To me, the drones are the only thing that kept me going. The flight feels so smooth, but unfortunately the gunplay doesn't. It's immersive, but the feeling of weight loses me. When my character can't turn and aim a gun without needing 2 minutes to line up the iron sight, or when I very slightly want to move to the right while aiming down sight and lose visual as the gun swings all over the place. It does look like BodyCam footage, but I don't see the world through a camera lens. Asking me to enjoy shooting people while looking through a camera is a tough sell when 100 other games in the market offer a similar arena experience with tighter controls. Is the aesthetic really going to keep me locked in? At the moment, it just isn't. But what do you guys think? Am I being too harsh here? In my mind, this should be half the price. It's way too steep for what it is. 20 bucks and I'd be telling you to buy it. For 50? Get the fuck out. Now, before I disappear like unrecorded, that zombie mode though, that zombie mode could be something. If they get some larger maps, some more intricate items to play with, and give us some half-decent zombies, that experience could slap. A co-op PvE zombie shooter with a BodyCam style, that works for me. It's the right amount of immersion with these dark environments. I won't care about the floaty controls as much in PvE mode. What sucks now is that if I want to start moving and an enemy sees me, lining up a shot feels like trying to put your key in the door drunk. You mindlessly flail around hoping it lands. This has been a really good tech demo, but in a few weeks, I'd be worried about this game's population. And for a currently PvP only game, that's a real fucking problem. I said it at the start and I'll say it now. I don't think I see any staying power in this game. But tell me what you think in the comments. Are you enjoying BodyCam, or are you waiting to see it evolve? I'm keen to hear your views on this. Is there something I'm missing or just not landing for me? Thanks for checking out this video. If you want to help me out, throw a like on it, sub for more, and catch me down in the comments to talk all things gaming. I stream live here on YouTube and Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, so come hang out anytime. Cheers.
Oh,
are you
we had too much
serious?
Fun, dude. Yeah, someone had too much fun.
Anyone fucked their dad before?
Someone else should go to bed. Mommy cold.
Oh no, that's classic. Holy shit, that's classic VoIP.